Hi, welcome to part 2 of the milling of the little anvil. If you haven't watched part 1 of the milling or the cutting out of the anvil on the bandsaw, look for the links to those 2 videos in the description. Anyway, let's get on with the video. I've just took the anvil. I thought now that I've machined all the top area, I'll finish this back face, then flip it over and do that face under there. So I've just set it up. I've got it resting on the nose there and clamped this angle plate here, and I've just done that there, and that's okay. I think there's a slight burr at the bottom there, so there is a slight bit of light, but it's kind of the same all the way up. And that's okay there, I think. You know, close enough for what it needs. Like I say, it's only something that you're going to hit things on. So I'm going to set that fly cutter up, probably do one run down the middle and then trim the edges up. I've just sort of done a couple of runs down this end and I've ran that way. You can see there's a slight taper. It's starting to clean up though. Just touch that corner over the far side, this corner this side. Just go. It's not actually ideally located. I might move the angle plate along this way a bit for the final cuts, because I can't get off the end of it. Anyway, it's working. Almost cleaned up there, look. I've moved it all along a bit. I've just done a run straight up the middle. Just finishing another cut going back. That's another 5 thou. And I think, yeah, it's cleaned up at this end, so that's good. So when that's run off the end of there, I just need to finish up them 2 end pieces. Oh, it's run out of travel. I've got to hand crank it the last bit. Run out of travel on the auto feed. That's that. So, problem is this area is 10 thou lower than those end bits, so I need to take the table down and then bring it up in 2 steps to take those end bits off. I decided to put a sort of a deeper area across the middle, probably about 20, 30, 40 thou deeper. Then what that'll allow me to do is to clean that end face up in one pass, and that one I'll do the top and the bottom to the same height, and the middle bit will be sunk in a little bit, but you know, a definite amount, rather than looking like you tried to get it level and didn't quite do it. So I think it'll look quite nice, really. I'm having to hand crank this. I haven't got power feed in this direction. Oh well. first world problems, as I say. Hopefully this is the last pass. That centre bit is about 20 thou deeper. This one's faced off at the same level as I'm facing this one now. So if I can make it to the end of this cut unscathed, I hope that little bit there in the corner cleans up. I'm really impressed with this fly cutter though, it's been great really. Considering it took me about 10 minutes to make on the lathe, if that. Just a case of turning the shank down to 3/8. Something very kind of pleasing about a fly cutter, I don't know why. I mean, it's a purely non-functional face, so it's purely cosmetics really. But it just looks so much better than a saw cut. Right, back in a bit. Let's see if it clears up. Oh yes, that looks alright. Nice. Nice finish. Good. Hard to show it really. Hello, I've set up the camera at a new angle, so hopefully that might work out. Basically I've just brought the took everything down, I've cleaned the machine, and I've just been cleaning these edges with a file to clean it up. Get rid of all the burrs. This was the side that I intended to have more of a radius. It's alright actually. If I had it clamped down I could use both hands, you know, do it a bit better, but well, I haven't. I'm one of them who sticks my tongue out when I'm filing. Not a good look, is it? I don't think I'm up to the sort of Tom Lipton standards of filing. Takes me right back to my apprenticeship days. This is the side that's supposed to be radius actually. I can get this set up a bit better, but I just thought it was a nice way of just showing you the way it's turned out really. Still got some more to do. I'm not, again, I'm making this up as I go along, so I want to skim that face. I might have to hold it in the vise to do that, and skim this face and blend this. I'm not 100% sure how I should go about that. What I might do is come in here with a milling cutter and just come in there and run it down there, and then just skim this till it touches that, till it just blends in, and then set this face up, and then again come in there till it just clears up into the milling cutter radius there. So I think I'm going to work my way towards that as the next phase. The only other thing that I think I ought to do is maybe drill and spot face 4 holes there. That'll be the next thing. Okay, right. I'll bring you back when I can tell you a bit more. Got it all set up, got all these clamps, angle block clamps. It's pretty solid. Just gonna not wind the wrong angle. Try and touch off on here. That's just touched off, so I'm going to set that to 0. Dodgy that actually, because that's climb milling. I think it's moving. Yeah, I wound that back to 0 and it's nowhere near it, so it's moved. Beefed it up. I've aligned the back of this to the back of the machine with one of them big pieces of metal. This piece here is the offcut from here. It just happens to fit snugly there. I've clamped this to that, I've clamped this down. Hopefully that should be more rigid now. That's too far overhung from there and it was just wanting to slide. So if I wind this away, that piece of metal should fall out, but that's squared against there. There's a big piece of metal that I used. Got to move that clamp, it's in the way. Let's try that again. Try a bit of oil on it. I'm in danger of kind of climb milling here somewhere. I think basically the material just work hardens. Looks a right mess. See, try on a new part of the cutter. That's got in and it's cutting on that face now. This is probably, it's a terrible way of doing it, but sure I heard something go crunch. Right, I think that's going to have to do. No, I'm not happy with that. It doesn't look very good at all. No, I don't like that. I think the material just work hardens instantly as soon as you try and cut it. Okay, I'll have a think. Okay. This is probably murder, but it's just an old cutter. That's now got a decent sort of radius there, so I'll now fly cut that face and fly cut this face into that radius. It's going to be a bit tricky, to be honest, but I'll give it my best. Thank you for watching part 2 of the milling. That's the third video in the series, so look for the link in the description and check out part 4 of the series, which is the third part of the milling, which concludes the whole of the build. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.